Welcome back to another edition of the Friday Show. I'm Ray Paulick, joined by Joe Nevills, and a special guest this week, Jose Ferrer, currently the leading rider at Monmouth Park in New Jersey. And speaking of Monmouth Park, we're only a couple of weeks away from the Grade 1 $1 million TVG.com Haskell Stakes, July 17. It's also the day of the Grade 1 United Nations, 4 other stakes, a huge day. Go to monmouthpark.com/Haskell for more information. Jose, welcome to the Friday Show.
Nice to have you guys. I appreciate it.
Well, listen, you are leading rider, and at the current meeting at Monmouth Park, you were leading rider there in 2018. You got your career started there. Obviously, this year is a lot different because of the new riding crop or whip rules that relegates the riding crop to be used only for safety purposes. How has this change affected you personally?
Well, I'll be honest. It take me back on the days when I started riding earlier in my career. When if you remember back in the 80s, we used to use a lot of hand ride. The whip. It wasn't too much to use them. It only was a hand ride a lot. You know what I mean? I think back in the 90s, that's why the disc came out. The whip. That was it. That's it.
I know you got a couple of your kids with you right now, Jose. That's okay. Yeah. Kids are fine. We don't care.
Come on, guys.
In terms of just the way that you're physically riding, you mentioned that you're used to kind of doing things more under a hand ride, but without the crop with you, has it changed the way you sort of have to condition yourself in terms of, now you don't have the whip to rely on to, you have to urge the horse yourself, like physically?
Yeah. It's a little different now because you have to, I think the way I'm doing, I try to be less aggressive, come out the gate. So down the lane, you physically have more energy to help this horse ride. Like before, you could be a little more aggressive early. You have the whip down the lane to use as a tool to get your horse rolling. So now what I'm doing is the way I'm doing now, I kind of sit more quiet. So when came the quarter pole, I have physically more energy to, because all now, it's no whip, like what you do now, throw the reins a little bit, you have to be stronger down the lane. So that's worked for me. I recommend to all the riders do the same thing. So it be working for me pretty good. That's what I'm, been doing last couple of weeks.
So it's more challenging for a rider physically to ride without the whip because you're having to be more aggressive with your arms.
Absolutely, you have to be fitter, stronger. It's gonna hurt a little bit the riders that lose weight. Mm-hmm. If you like, have to have hit a hot box or something like that, and lose 3 or 4 pounds for the race. You get a big benefit, big advantage. To be light these days, to compete. And help this horse down the lane. That's the problem we have. You come down the lane, people. The problem is people thinks, like you want to beat the horse up. You don't want to beat the horse up. You want it. It's like I always try to explain to people. It's like a signal. You tap the horse. That's a signal. It's time to go. Mm-hmm. Not time to go. Time to give me 110% effort. It's like the last round in a box matchup. Your body is in the corner with you, smack you a little bit around. He don't want to hurt you. He just want to encourage you. Make sure give you 110%. So that's what we're missing. That last encouragement. 30 seconds left in a basketball game. You hold the guys. I want you all out. 1 minute left in a football game. You told Tom, hey, brother, I want you to give me everything you got.
Yeah.
This is what we're missing. Not every horse, but like, oh man.
Oh, we lost you. Okay.
We got you.
We got you.
Like that 110% encouragement to have everything of the horse. All the energy, all the feeling. That's what we're missing, guys. That last encouragement. That's my song.
Because of that,
what's your son's name?
That's Derek and Joey.
Very nice.
Are you?
All right, get back.
All right.
Get back.
based off of what you've been saying, have you noticed that certain horses have been winning or losing races that would have won or lost races with the whip beforehand? Like, are different horses winning races with you or losing races?
Well, you have these older horses. I think, my personal opinion, they're not gonna give you 110%. You know what I mean? When you got these kind of horses, it's really tough to get them going because they're smart. They get used to the whip. They're waiting for that signal to, to keep going. Like younger horses, they're gonna need that too because they need encouragement. You know, it's like a baby. You know, you teach a baby how to do something. You know what I mean? And that waiting for that whip, you don't have that whip.
Yeah. So even though you're doing fine with the rules the way they are, you'd like to see going back to being able to use the whip for encouragement.
Absolutely, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? It's missing the tool. You know, it's like playing hockey with no contact. You know, you play hockey over there. Hey, guys, let's go play hockey. Nobody touch each other. Nobody punch each other. Come on, guys. Get the whole fun out of everything.
Jose, what about safety? I mean, it's the jockeys that didn't ride there felt that they wouldn't be safe, even though they can use the whip for safety purposes. Have you noticed any difference in how tight maybe the horses are coming around the turn or down the stretch?
I'll be honest, guys. I'll be honest. You know me. I've been riding here. I feel myself. I feel pretty safe. It's like people are calling on safety up. You know, I don't know you notice, but you be less bump at each other, less inquires, less clean foul. Because without a whip, you gotta you have plenty experience riding horses. When you let the reins go and you reach the whip, that's some kind of loosened sensation the horse is gonna have in the mouth. When you know what I mean. So when you attack the horse, the horse gonna probably get in or get out. You know what I mean. So I don't know you notice, guys, but we don't have that lately here. So be unsafe. I don't know about that. I mean, we don't have any problem, guys. Yeah.
Is it something that you find yourself thinking about in the middle of a race? Like, I have the whip, if you're in a spot, have you had to think about, should I use this and face whatever consequences might come along? Or is it kind of hasn't really come up for you?
Well, now you think about it, because now you think about, let me see, if I go to the hole and I can use my whip, you don't want to do it.
Right.
You don't want to take chances. Then before you take it, because you got that tool. Because if you have the whip and things get a little tight, you whip the horse in the shoulders and whip in the butt, and the horse respond. So a lot of guys, they're hesitating to do taking chances, and that's why I think you see less inquiries and less objection and things like that, because people don't take this chance. Then before you could do that, because you got that whip a reaction for the horse, and the horse help you. Now, guys, they are more relaxing to take more chances. That's why, like, nobody called me and asked me about how you feel and being safe, something like that. Nobody say anything like that. But that's my personal opinion. Many every know bad things going on out there. I'm pretty comfortable. I feel pretty comfortable with that, because if you need to do it, you could do it. It's nothing like horse getting out real bad. You can't use it. No, you can't use it. You can hit the horse in the shoulders and fix the problem if you have a constant problem like that.
No. So Jose, you're, I believe, 57 years old.
Yeah.
Highly respected by your peers. They voted you the George Woolf Award in 2018. Have you had a lot of the riders, both at Monmouth and away from Monmouth, come up to you or talk to you and say, what's it like, or what can I do, for the riders that are at Monmouth, what can I do differently? Are you getting those kind of questions from other riders?
Not many. I'll be honest. Not many. Not many contact me. Anybody from New York, Kentucky, anybody. Nobody contact me yet. about say anything about that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's the problem I got them. You know what I mean? I don't know if you noticed, but the Jockey Guild kick us out of the jockeys. They're not gonna give us insurance because say be unsafe. But nobody come me yet and tell me, Jose, how you feel about that?
Hmm.
You know, how you feel out there? Anything we do about it, help you guys over there? No, they're pretty much they throw us out there. I don't want to knock Jockey Guild, but before you say anything, call me and find out how I feel with it, how things going.
Mhm.
Not every one phone call yet. Not to me anyway. Not to me. I'm there more experienced right over here. I've been in the jail for 37 years. I'm not even one phone call yet. But you know, hey, have to move on. It is what it is.
A lot of, at least multiple, mainstays at Monmouth in terms of the jockey colony have said they were going to ride elsewhere this meet because of the whip rule. Did that ever cross your mind of, maybe I should go somewhere else? Or was it always, I'm riding at Monmouth, this is what I'm doing?
I'll be honest, you know me, when I came in, I was trying to, we came in and said, well, we're going to see what happened. But I came in to ride in Monmouth Park. I love the Jersey Shore. I love Monmouth Park. I'm, I pretty much spend all my time over here in Monmouth Park. So that was it.
Yeah. Well, Jose, we really appreciate you taking some time. It's a day off for you. You don't have racing today. You got your kids having some fun. Stay safe out there and keep going. You're leading jockey for the meet so far, and we appreciate you taking time to join us on the Friday show.
You got it. Thank you, guys.
Okay, and we'll be right back after this Woodbine Horse of the Week feature.
And Super Escape has shuffled away from the opposition nicely. Super Escape very confidently ridden here. Two in front of Merveilleux, Crystal Glacier, Skygaze. Heavenly Curlin starting to wind up, but is well behind him. Brassy the inside. Super Escape starting to feel the strain for the first time. A length and a half to Merveilleux. Crystal Glacier the inside. Down the outer, Skygaze, who's covered a ton of ground but is coming on. And Heavenly Curlin as well. Super Escape is a bit of a sitting shot. Crystal Glacier is coming with Skygaze on the outside. Super Escape trying to cling on. And now Crystal Glacier coming as they go down to the wire. And at the wire, Crystal Glacier's in a head bob with Super Escape.
Ray, that's about as close as they get for a finish right there. But either way, if you're Live Oak Plantation, you're feeling good about that one. Super Escape coming in as your Woodbine Star of the Week, winning the Grade 3 Trillium Stakes. This is a 5-year-old daughter of Medaglia d'Oro, and this is a familiar song because this horse won the same race last year in a very similar fashion. Rode by Luis Contreras both times, trained by Michael Trombetta both times, won on the lead both times. This time around, though, a little bit of a different story behind them. This time around, won by a nose. In 2020, won by 4.5 lengths. But still, this horse clearly knows how to win this particular race at this particular track.
Yeah, Super Escape was the Sovereign Award winner last year, older mare, and this was her debut in 2021. The second place horse, Crystal Glacier, is trained by Mark Cassie for Live Oak. So, that was an owner entry, not a trainer entry. She was 12-1 on the line, I think. They bet her down to 2-1 favoritism, and she almost got up. It was a lot closer in that photo than I thought it was watching the race live. By the way, I love the graphics that Woodbine has put up this year. They look good.
They do. They're very sharp.
Yeah.
And Super Escape clearly loves Woodbine. This mare is 4 for 8 at the track, has won 2 editions of the Trillium, won the Grade 3 Seaway Stakes in 2020, and in 2019 won the La Lorgnette Stakes. Hope I didn't butcher that name. Clearly loves this track. And when you get a horse for the course like this, you get big wins.
Yeah, who doesn't love Woodbine? And it's great to see they starting on Thursday's Canada Day program. Fans are back in the stands at Woodbine, which is just fantastic. We're
get excited.
We're getting more and more open racetracks coming up in a couple weeks with 100% capacity at Saratoga. It's going to be a good summer. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Friday Show. Special thanks to Jose Ferrer and his kids for taking time out of their fun day on the Jersey Shore. 2 weeks away from the Haskell, the Grade 1 TVG.com Haskell $1 million, huge day, July 17. Go to monmouthpark.com/Haskell for more information on that. And we'll see you next week.